video today, and again, still working on this stupid lighting situation. I explained that in the last video I uploaded. That was basically taking off my makeup and getting unready, so you can see what kind of is going on with that. My darling mother surprised me and sent me this cute like tripod with a ring light, and it's super awesome, but for some reason the lighting in this bathroom in particular is just so bad that it actually doesn't even make a difference. It kind of looks worse when the lights are on than when the lights are off, so that's why it's so dark in here. So I'm gonna try to migrate somewhere for like a more consistent lighting situation, and that way I can just have it there. Oh, I'm like picking this up and gesturing with it. Anyway, so if you want to see how I get to the kind of blank canvas stage, you can check out the other video. But this one is just going to be kind of now replenishing skincare and kind of expressing some of my thoughts on a couple of sample things that I've tried recently. I know a lot of people are kind of getting on the healthy, natural skincare game. Sorry, I dropped something. Okay. I know a lot of people are getting on the like healthy, natural, organic skincare sort of train, I guess. And it's funny because my grandma, of all people, yes, little grandma, this keeps falling. Please excuse the interruption. Here's a view of the inside of my hand. There we go. I really didn't make that very tight. Okay, so we've all been getting on this natural skincare train. At least a lot of people have, especially on YouTube. And so my grandma went to this convention, I guess, and it was like a, I don't know what you call it, like a brand party or something. But it was for this organization that is now going to put their stamp of approval on products that are natural and organic and don't contain any of the bad ingredients that are legal in the US and are often used and are illegal in a lot of other countries. So that is fantastic. I will write what that is down below. I currently forget. I know, I'm so good at this. So I will write it down below, that organization's name / abbreviation, so you can check it out, because I think it actually seems really cool that they are kind of putting their stamp on products, and so it's going to be even easier for us to figure out what's actually legit natural and what's, you know, maybe claiming to be but still has some of those other ingredients that aren't so good. So I've already used a little bit of these, obviously, but these are the first things that I'm gonna try. I've only used them like once or twice, and so basically that's why I'm saying I'm talking about my thoughts on these products. They are from, what is this? The Spa Doctor. There's the little label. Oh, come on, gay. There we go. The Spa Doctor. And these are steps 3 and 4. I don't know what steps 1 and 2 are. I don't have them. They are probably a cleanser and maybe like an exfoliant or a serum or something. But this one is a moisturizer, enriched moisturizer. And this one is called Glow Boost, but it is basically just an oil. It doesn't have any like of your typical glow properties in it. So we'll talk more about that one later. But I'm gonna start by just throwing, well, actually I wanna put a little something on underneath. So what have I been using lately? Something that is completely standard and not natural that I've been using, as far as I know anyway, is this Theorem Repair Serum from 111 Skin. I really like this stuff. It's a very like water-like soft, chill serum, and it just sinks into your skin. You just know it's working. So it literally, it's hard to show, but it looks like water or like gel, and it kind of feels that way too. Doesn't feel like much. So if you tend to shy away from skin oils or anything that's a little bit more heavy, I think this is a great hydrating serum. I've been really, really impressed and happy with it, and it goes under makeup really well. So that'll be the first thing. Now we can get into this. I like a little extra like serum boost. So I think this is gonna be the last little dosage that I get out of this packet. And this stuff is pretty loose. Like, it's very liquidy. And I don't really like when samples come in packets. I got some other samples that day that did not come in packets like that, and I think that's much better. So anyway, it's so liquidy. And it smells very earthy. That was the other thing I noticed right off the bat. It smells really, really earthy. But the fact that it smells so earthy means it's probably made of like 100% plant-based ingredients, which, you know, if you don't mind smelling like celery for a minute, you know, while it soaks in, you'll be fine. So yeah, it has water, aloe, you know, camelina oil, argan oil, sunflower oil, green rooibos tea extract, camellia extract, which is black tea, white tea extract. I don't know what that is. Turmeric, ginseng, sea buckthorn fruit oil, mandarin peel oil. So this is probably meant to be like brightening and anti-aging, and it does have a lot of oils in it. So, you know, if you are more oily, it might not be right for you, but honestly, it does dry into the skin quite well. Like, I don't feel a greasy finish. I feel like a pretty dry, you know, normal skin-like finish. Just a little extra, put it on. And now this is the one that is a little bit weird, is the glow booster is what they're, or glow boost is what they're calling it. And it says, for best results, warm a small amount in the palms of your hands and apply by gently pressing onto face and neck with fingertips, and then finish with gentle, light sweeping strokes over cleansed face and neck. You can also blend with Nourish or Renew, here we go, to increase hydration. So I guess in essence, this guy is sort of a multifaceted, multi-use, sort of serum-y, sort of oily. I would almost call it like a hydration booster or like a barrier booster, not a glow booster, but it will make you look glowy because it is an oil. So I'm just gonna tear the rest of that off. Okay, but yeah, this is quite liquidous as well. And again, I kind of wish it came in a tiny vial rather than, you know, a packet, because I feel like you waste a lot with the packets, and I also feel like it's just clumsier to use and it's messy. So, yep, that's just a straight up oil. And I will probably not be patting it. I will be rubbing it because I am a rubber, not a patter. That sounds dirty for some reason. Now, not to say that I don't like it, because I'm kind of an oily, like, well, I'm not oily, but I like oily stuff. So I'm not mad at this because I know it's gonna just soak in my skin anyway. But I think it could be quite off-putting to someone who might not be so into like oily, or they feel like anything that's oily at all is reminiscent of greasy for them. And so that's the only thing I could really see. Otherwise, I like it, and I would love to see what the real packaging looks like, because I bet you this stuff is a lot easier to use in its own packaging. But yeah, I also just think the name is a little bit misleading on the Glow Boost. I think it would be better if, you know, it was called something else, but I get what they're trying to do. So, you know, this is just kind of an experiment. I haven't really noticed, I mean, again, these are so small that it's kind of hard to notice a substantial difference unless you're using it for like a month straight or like a couple weeks at least. So this isn't exactly enough to do that, but it feels good. It doesn't do anything negative to my skin every time I've worn it. It hasn't like broken me out or anything or given me any kind of issues. So if you want to go out and try it, you know, it's not a bad thing. I have other things that I think are better though. For instance, another one that was sent to me, and the reason I couldn't use it right now is because it would just be too much, is a nourishing facial oil from, there we go, oh come on beach, a nourishing facial oil from Sonäge, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's called Vitality Nourishing Facial Oil. This is such a sample that it doesn't have any of the ingredients on the back or on the bottom. So I'll have to look that one up. But this one smells amazing. Like, it still smells natural, but it smells like those good, like yummy, natural, like essential oils. Like, it smells like maybe lavender or like something a little bit more fragrant and pretty, whereas these ones smell, like I said, kind of celery-ish or more planty, I guess. So right off the bat, I like the smell of this better. And also the sample packaging is a smart one because it's an oil and it's so loose that it's nice to be able to just open the lid and just like stick your finger on there and dot it, you know, and then you get a little bit that you can like put on your face. So I am really happy that they packaged it like this, and this is actually a pretty big sample for a face oil. I mean, because you only need a few drops. So anyway, so I'm impressed with that. So that's one that I kind of think I like better and I'm going to like better. I also like this Burt's Bees Repair Serum, and it has a tar of rose in it. But this is kind of another one of those face oils it doesn't smell bad. It smells really good, actually. Yeah, it smells fresh, and you know, a little goes a long way, and they put it in a really nice bottle, and that's all I need, man. What else do we have? Those are, I think, all the face oils that I have on me right now, but just to give you an idea of comparison. The moisturizer, again, I could take or leave it. There are a couple other natural kind of moisturizer things that I've been liking, such as like Juice Beauty. This one's a soothing serum, but I tend to use it pretty often as a moisturizer because it's a little more creamy and a little bit more of like it doesn't feel like it's so oil based. It feels like it's a little more like water based or like a gel. And then I also really like the Shea Moisture Daily Facial Lotion. Now this might be one of those products that seems really natural but isn't quite as natural, or doesn't, you know, it contains more of the typical ingredients, but I think they still do their best to kind of omit some of the major ones, like the parabens, the phthalates, the mineral oils and sulfates and stuff like that. They're also not tested on animals, and they're fair trade. So this is a pretty good alternative, and you can find this stuff pretty much everywhere. And I also have liked this, the Jāsön vitamin C cream. This stuff is pretty heavy, so if you don't like something that feels really thick on your skin, you probably won't like this. But if you do and you feel like a raisin and you just want some really good replenishment, it's a really nice thick like barrier cream. And it has vitamin C, which is good for brightening, firming, and there's more like antioxidant ingredients in here as well. So I like this guy too. So there's lots of options that are on the healthier spectrum. I would have liked to like these ones more because I know they're so good for you and they're like okay, but you know, I think I like the moisturizer better than the oil is I guess what I'm getting at. So final thoughts, I like the moisturizer better than the oil. And there's plenty of options around, and I'll probably do some more skincare stuff later that really outlines the stuff that I really love and it's more organized than this. So hopefully you got something out of this. It's just supposed to be quick and kind of fun. So hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna go off and mess around and be silly and probably waste a bunch of time. So see you later.